All right, we're here for Women's Pillow Talk podcast before Houston Open this Sunday. I'm very excited not only to go to Houston, I've never been before, but also to get a piece of those awesome turf fields that everyone keeps talking about. So with no further ado, I'd like to just introduce each one of you lovely ladies. Go ahead and after I ask you for your name, just say which team you're going to be playing for this weekend. If you're playing for an availables team, go ahead and say what your normal established team is, if you have one. And then something that you're looking forward to in Houston this weekend. And Nicole, let's start with you.
Hi. I will be playing with a league of their own this weekend, but normally I play on Lisa Frank kickball. That's it, right? What else did I?
Yeah, something that you're looking forward to this weekend.
Okay. I'm looking forward to warmer weather because Kansas has been freezing all week.
All right. I like it. Dee, what do you got?
Well, hello, everyone. I am Dee, the queen. But I represent Life of Pitch, and I also play with Hazard on Saturday. And I'm looking forward to playing on turf for my first time and also winning the championship for co-ed and women's.
Oh, boy. There it is. Babes, go ahead.
My name is Kristen. Everybody calls me Babes. I play with Bojangles. Saturday I play with Cowtown. And I'm looking forward to, obviously, the turf fields. We've got some new rookies coming in on Bojangles, so I'm excited about showing them off. And, of course, Nessie's farewell party weekend. It's going to be one for the books, that's for sure.
Good. That leads us right into Nessie.
Hey, I'm Nosy. I am playing with Last Call this weekend for obvious reasons. It's my last tournament before moving to Japan. I used to play on high beams, but again, they are done as well. I was going to say I was looking forward to not looking like Veronica Salt because my computer is restarting, so that blue glow definitely gives me that look from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But I am looking forward. See this look here? But I'm looking forward to partying with everyone for the last time before moving.
Nice. Okay, I'm Macy. This weekend I'm playing with NASA or Never Acting Selfish Again. And on Saturday I'm playing with Clutch City. Like I said, really looking forward to the turf fields and also giving Nosy a nice little send-off. But also looking forward to an 11-team women's tournaments. I feel like those are often the ones that could be anybody's game. Okay, so we actually have two Texas ladies on the podcast, one of whom actually is in Houston. So I asked Nosy to put together maybe some highlights or suggestions for everyone who might be tuning in, just so you get the best of the best from someone who's local.
Yeah, so obviously there are some local Houston things to do, but given our proximity, they will require driving to if you are staying or flying into the IAH or the Woodlands area. So NASA is south of Houston. I've been there before, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of hands-on stuff in the facility. There's the zoo. There's multiple museums. So the Natural Science Museum has a lot of dinosaur exhibits if that's what you're into, or there's art museums. Obviously, there's all the ballparks. The Astros are in town this weekend, so they play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Probably most likely able to catch a Saturday game because that one's at 7. They're at 6 o'clock and 1 o'clock respectively for Saturday and Sunday. All against the Padres, but they're giving giveaways at all of the games too. So that'd be a nice place to go. I mean, there's also the Dynamo Stadium and the Texans, but obviously they're not playing yet. There's a lot of breweries and distilleries in the area. So there's a couple whiskey distilleries. I haven't been to any of them, but if that's what you're into, you might want to check those out. You'll have to drive to the breweries as well. So Eighth Wonder is one that's a little bit closer. It has the We Love Houston sign. So if you're looking for additional landmarks to go see, that brewery would be a good one to go to. Other known names include Carbach and St. Arnold's. So if you're around on Friday, those might be some places you want to check out. Up in the Woodlands area, there is Old Town Spring, which is kind of closer to my house. It's a nice, cute little area. Definitely goes by its name. It is an old town. There's a wine and arts festival there this weekend. So I think it's like $25 for wine tastings and different art vendors in the area. And then there's the Waterway, which is another nice area to walk around, and has lots of food and drinks or bars in the area. They are also having an art festival this weekend. They'll have like 200 plus art vendors out there this weekend. I'm sure you can walk around. You can also pay to go see that. So those are a little more local. As far as food, I'll probably disappoint Kristen and the Keep Up movement on this. Don't have too many good recommendations. There are, I guess, there's a ton of different food you can get in the area. A lot of strip malls have token restaurants in the area. But I guess as far as barbecue, I actually just went there today, is Corkscrew. It's actually only open on Friday and Saturday. Opens at 11 until they run out. So it's a nice local joint. Good Company is another barbecue place. And then as far as tacos and Tex-Mex, which in the Houston area, you have Torchy's and Chewy's, which are some of the better known. But yeah, there's a lot to do around here. So just whatever you're into.
Dang, thanks, Nosy. You really put that together well. I like that. Thank you.
A little bit for everyone.
I like it. Okay, so this weekend, 11 teams. We have 2 pools, 1 pool of 6, 1 pool of 5. Pool A is Flying VJs, Life's a Pitch, NASA, Betty's, Maximum Velocity, and League of Their Own. Obviously, in that pool, 2 teams, or you don't play 1 team in that pool. 1 doesn't play 6, 2 doesn't play 5, 3 doesn't play 4. And then in the pool of 5, everyone who plays one another. Unleashed, Houston Ass Throws, Vajangles, Last Call, and the Havoc Ladies. Before we get into really talking about what we think the shakeout will be between opponents and pools, a lot of us are traveling more and more and facing some familiar faces over the tournaments. So I'm interested to know what lady or ladies you really look forward to playing against. And you can talk about why. It could be a challenge or just the way that they play or any other personal reason. Babes, let's start with you.
I'm really looking forward to some of the availables women's this in Houston. Last Call, of course, Nosy put together a great team, obviously, for her last tournament before she leaves. And I love majority of the girls on there. I've played with a lot of them, so I think they're going to do really well. And I played with Nos before. We always have a lot of fun, so I know they're going to have fun too. Of course, NASA, I think all the girls on there look really, really good. And the Houston Ass Throws, those are 3 of the availables that I've looked at, and I was like, wow, I think they're really a solid team, a good group of girls. And I'm looking forward to playing against some of them and seeing what we can do against some of these girls as well.
Great. Nicole, who's someone that you look forward to playing against that may or may not be there this weekend?
Well, I have only got to play against Nosy once, and I've heard that she's a legend, so I'm looking forward to playing against her.
I know those liquor laws here.
What'd you say?
Go ahead, sorry. Don't worry about it. I said the liquor rules here might make it a little less fun.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm also playing on IFK for co-ed, and I've been talking to I'm gonna botch her name. Rosa, help me with her last name.
Yeah. Bella.
That's it. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to playing against her as well because we've kind of become fast friends in co-ed in our chats. So it'll be exciting.
Nice. Dee, you always bring the heat. Who's someone that you look forward to playing against?
Nobody. Seriously though, flying VJs. I'm ready to play the VJs because we don't see them multiple times and still haven't beat them yet. But Amanda, I'm gonna kick your ass this weekend. I want to play Houston Astros. They got a nice squad put together, so I like to see them. And of course, I want to play Nosi before she leaves me and go to Japan and start doing sumo wrestler dances and shit. Yeah, co-ed, but and then Saturday co-ed, I want to play Dope and 15 with Habit. So, yep, that's what I'm looking forward to.
All right, I like it. Nosi, you seem to be a favorite here that everyone's looking forward to. Who's someone that you look forward to playing against?
So I really look forward to playing against Vajangles because I don't think I've ever played, surprisingly, against them. I've played with most of the ladies in available, but never against them. Not looking forward to playing with some of the availables teams that I normally play with, but again, I guess being on the other side of the field might be nice, but yeah, I look forward to seeing everyone though.
I like it. I definitely look forward to playing against Unleashed anytime I see them in a tournament. They're just an outstanding athletic squad. So I know it's never going to be a game that doesn't have a few surprises in it. And aside from that, I like playing against Life's a Pitch. I've seen you guys a couple times, and one of the cool things is you guys are just, you never know what you're going to get. In West Palm Beach, you brought in a new pitcher. I think you had a new catcher right before CCC last year. You guys make a lot of moves to keep things interesting, so looking forward to seeing you guys out there. Okay, ladies. The way that this is going to shake out is out of the 11 teams, the pool of 6 and pool of 5, all but 3 teams are going to make it into that first round of eliminations. So we're going to kind of sporadically go. I'll ask the 8 teams that you think, if you've shaken out in order for how they're actually going to land 1 through 8, great. If not, you can also just name the 3 teams that you think will not make it out of pool play. And please feel free to add anything as far as details if you think they might fall to a particular team in their pool. Dee, I'm going to start with you on this. Who's your 8 going into eliminations, or your 3 that won't make it?
Wait, did you say me?
I sure did.
Sorry. Okay. I don't think the Bettys are going to make it.
Sorry, that's me.
You're good.
No, see.
Okay, I did it.
Start over.
The Bettys have a nice squad, but I just don't think they're going to be strong enough for Houston. So I'm going to count out the Bettys. I'm going to count out Maximum Velocity because I don't really know too many players on that team. And I would have to definitely say, I don't know, that's tough between the Jangles. I'm not going to pick my third one. I don't know. Leave me out of this.
Let me ask you this. Out of the 2 pools, Pool A and Pool B, respectively, which 2 teams do you think are going to win each of those pools?
I think Life of Pitch is going to win our pool. And, of course, I think Unleash is going to win the other pool.
All right. I like it. Let's see. Nosi, who do you have top 8 or bottom 3?
So probably easier if I just go bottom three, although that's a little more negative approach. And I'm going to be boring. I went with the bottom three ranked ones. So maximum velocity, there are some good skilled girls on that team, and I would love to see them do well. I'm just afraid that I don't think they have some of the people that they need in key triangle positions. But I'll be interested to see who they put there. A League of Their Own, again, another multi-talented team, but also thinking lacking that a player that plays in the triangle as their normal position. They have a lot of ladies that can play there, but aren't set playing there. So I think that's going to be one of their downfalls as well. And then Havoc, I just don't know a whole lot about them. So being new team, it'll be good experience for them, but I don't think they'll make it out.
Cool. Babes.
Mine's kind of similar. Maximum velocity, I don't know that I really knew anyone on their lineup. A League of Their Own, sorry, Nicole. I know that Jennifer did throw this team together last minute too, so that's always hard coming in. But that's what's exciting is, you guys are there and people don't expect a lot from you and you have a lot of fun and end up beating the shit out of some people. So that's always exciting, but they are my bottom. And then other than that, it's probably going to go to Havoc ladies.
All right.
I don't know very many of those girls either and haven't faced them. So we'll just have to see.
For sure. Nicole, what do you have?
All right. I am pretty new, so I don't know a lot of ladies, but I don't know anybody on a couple of the teams. And I would have to say, kind of just in the dark here, but I'm going to go with maximum velocity. This is the three I don't think will make it. The Bettys, I just don't know anybody. And then I can't throw my team under the bus quite yet, so I'm going to have to say Havoc ladies would be my third out.
All right. Similar to Nosy, I do have the bottom three ranked teams not making it out. And honestly, I do know some of the Havoc ladies, or I know of them. I'd love to see that team get a win in that pool. Same with both Maximum Velocity and League of Their Own. I think the top of this tournament is really stacked. Those, other bin 1 through 4 teams are really tough in this particular tournament. I do know that the Bettys picked up some experienced players from a couple former teams. So I expect them to do well against both of those teams in that pool, Maximum Velocity and League of Their Own as well. So I do see them making it out. And again, anything can happen. Before we go to the top 4 from your 8 ladies, we have some business to take care of. And it's going to be our very first round of Marry, Fuck, Kill for tonight. So I'm going to show you 3 men this first round. I try and always do some sort of theme. What's that?
Sorry, Anthony, of course, came down right now.
Oh, yeah.
Great time to be down here.
Not on it. Don't worry. I picked 3 guys that they give a lot of effort, both on the field and off the field, and you can really see it in some of the pictures that I'm going to show you. So these are the effort forward boys that you have to choose from. Your first choice tonight, straight out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, is James Spiegel. I think James is repping his old OKC team in this particular picture, but you can see effort written all over his face. Your second choice, coming from the infamous top seed in this Saturday's tournament, is Jay. Again, just really, really fourth effort on the mound there. Got the mouth open, the pinky up. And last but certainly not least, we have Darnell repping an old Guapo jersey here. He's bounced around from a couple of squads. Again, also he's got like fingers in every direction, held breath. The effort is tried and true. So just to go over those choices one more time, we have James, we have Jay, and we have Darnell. So, Nosy, your lucky first pick.
Oh, wonderful. I was really putting a lot of thought into this too. So I don't know why I like the approach of murder first. Kill. Murder's more my speed word though. So who and it's based on Facebook comments that have really been bothering me. So I'm gonna have to go with Darnell because I'm gonna murder or kill Darnell because he hated lots of hate on this particular shirt. So sorry, gotta go. So between I guess Jay and who was
James Spiegel.
So he was okay. So we'll go with some Texas love and marry Jay, and then we'll just that leaves James Spiegs.
All right. There is a 100% chance he's listening and very excited about that comment there. Babes, you're up.
All right.
Notes on these boys?
I do not know James at all. I do know Jay from Relax and Darnell, as they both have a great relationship with my boyfriend. But I'm going to go with, I'm going to marry Jay. I'm going to kill Darnell because he oddly thinks that In-N-Out is better than Whataburger. So that's what you get. Sorry about that, kid. And then I'm going to fuck James because I don't know him, and I'm hoping that Anthony doesn't have a great relationship with him, and that hurts less. I don't know.
All right. 2 for 2 for James. D, you're up.
Shit. Before I answer this, if I get kicked out of my hotel, can I stay with one of you guys? Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with James. I don't know you, and I'm gonna have to kill you. Sorry. Darnell. I will fuck Darnell, but I can't marry him. He looks like a player. So I'm stuck with marrying Jay, so hopefully I like girls.
Like it. Well done, Nicole.
Okay, I don't know Jay, so we're gonna kill Jay. Darnell is very close to my heart. He was coach of Lisa Frank up until this year when they have established their own team, which is amazing. And so long as Kirby can come along, I'm gonna marry Darnell. Kirby's his lady. And I'm gonna fuck James because James is a doll.
All right. That just leaves me. I'm going to kill Jay. The first time I ever had to play Marry, Fuck, Kill, he described it to one of his friends as that I was so nervous I felt like I had to carry out the acts of each in real life. So to avoid complete humiliation, I'm just going to completely get rid of him. I'm going to marry Spiegs or James because he really likes to get pedicures, and I feel like it'd be nice to be married to someone that I could have some nice outings with and get pampered. And that just leaves me sleeping with Darnell, which is an uncomfortable situation for both of us, but just gonna roll with it. All right, we made it through. Now we're going and shaving our top 8 to our top 4, ladies. Nicole, you left out Betty's, Maximum Velocity, and the Havoc ladies. So you've got 8 teams left. From those 8, what are your top 4, your final 4?
Okay. I'm gonna have to say my final 4 is gonna be. I'm gonna go with Life's a Pitch, NASA, Unleashed, and I'm gonna go with a League of Their Own. It was a last-minute team, and Nosie's point was spot on. Our triangle is currently a couple of us who have never caught before and are catching. So it's going to be interesting, but you never know. Magic could happen. So I'm going to just hold strong with my team.
All right. Good commitment.
Yeah.
Nosi, who's your 4?
So I have NASA going out. Your team is extremely talented. Top ladies on all their teams. So I can see you guys going far. We're going to go with my ladies from my old team with the Astros, although not super fan of their team name being living in Houston. I think it's a little diss to the Astros. But again, I'm excited to see what they can do at this tournament. And then I know a number of those ladies are going to be playing together going forward. So it'll be a good start for them. Flying VJs. I don't know why they like to keep coming with 9 ladies to tournaments, but it's about a comparable team that they had at West Palm. So they did really well there. So I only expect them to do just as well here. And then Unleashed, again, just typical powerhouse.
Nice. I think VJ's in the 11th hour got up to 10 ladies. All right, babes, your top 4?
Mine is going to be NASA, Last Call, Unleashed, and I'm going to have to put the Jingles in there just because that's my team, and I'm hoping that we make it to a Final 4.
I like it. D, your top 4.
Life a Pitch. Life a Pitch. Another set of Life a Pitch. No, seriously, though, all jokes aside, Life a Pitch. Unleashed, Fine VJs, and Life a Pitch. Okay, I forgot NASA. That's 4.
All right, I like it. Also holding strong. Okay, I wrote out the way that I felt the 8 might match up, and that gave me left me with Unleashed, VJs, NASA, and then I have that the top 8 matchup being between Last Call and Life's a Pitch, and I have Life's a Pitch taking that Final 4 spot in what I assume to be a tough game if that turns out to be the actual matchup that it is. So Unleash, VJs, NASA, and Life's a Pitch is my 4. All right, as Nosi just kind of alluded to with her comment about Houston ass throws, Houston is booming with a lot of different sports teams. So I took the liberty to highlight everybody's sports knowledge with 1 question each based on a different Houston sports team. So hopefully you can come through and show the world how much you know about Houston sports. All right. First off, question goes to babes.
Oh,
This one's made for you. Who did the Houston Texans beat to get their first season win ever?
oh my God. Anthony's going to kill me for this. Was it the Chiefs?
No, it was your very own Dallas Cowboys.
Of course.
All right, we're 0 for 1 so far. Nicole. What's the name of the player who was the dominant center from the Houston Rockets from 1984 to 2002?
I have no idea.
I don't think any of us do, so you're in good company.
It's not Blake Griffin.
Very good. It's not. Anyone have any idea?
I missed the question.
Hey,
The dominant center for the Houston Rockets from 1984 all the way to 2002.
This is just a guess. Was it the Asian guy?
No.
Yeah, but that's what Kenny said too. Yao Ming. It's not.
Sure, Yao Ming was born in 1984. Anyone? All right, it's Hakeem Olajuwon, the Nigerian.
I've never even heard of him.
My next guess.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
That sounded like you made up that name.
Yeah, that's not a real thing.
That's one of the most famous NBA players. All right, we'll leave it. All right.
I think he's in rap songs too, so like if that.
Oh, there you go. All right, D. What current NFL team was formerly the Houston Oilers?
I don't know. I don't care for football.
All right, fair enough. Anybody have an answer?
Sure.
I feel like I know it, but I don't.
They moved
The
to
Titans. Was it Tennessee Titans?
You got it. Tennessee Titans. Very
I get a
good.
point for life of pitch.
All right.
Point.
Phone a friend. All right, Nosi, Miss Houston herself, your question.
only lived here a year, disclaimer.
All right, fair enough. What were the Astros formerly called?
Oh, I have no idea.
Also, I'll give you a hint, also shares a name with an old beer.
Oh, well, now you're talking more my style. Let's go with the Lone Stars.
No, but I like it. Anyone have an idea?
No.
No for me.
No. All right. They were the Colt 45s.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, Houston, I let you down.
All right. Very good to know that nobody knows who Hakeem Olajuwon.
Anything.
All good. All right, ladies. I'm interested in hearing a little bit about your thoughts on some powerhouse first base women. They don't necessarily have to be in attendance this weekend, but if you want to highlight a first base lady who just is great at her job, love to hear about it. And Nicole, let's start with you.
Okay. I've got a good one for this. So I just have to make sure I know her name. But she played on Glockward with me, and she was first base. I believe her last name is Cook. Sarah Cook. That's what I thought. She was amazing. She was like incredible. We all threw her some of the crappiest passes, and she just pulled them all in. It was amazing. She was really, really, really great, and she was so cool and humble. And big shout out to her. I hope to be that good at anything someday.
Cook is awesome. First base woman on Remix for anyone who wasn't sure.
Doesn't play for anymore.
Well, that's her last established team.
Yes.
Yeah, she played first for.
Last call this weekend, though.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is she? Nice.
D, first base lady.
Unleashed have a great first baseman. I can't think of her name. Keon's girlfriend. Sorry, I know she's gonna kill me. I can't think of her name at the moment. But I like my first baseman, so I'm gonna say Bucci.
All right. I like it. I can't think of her name on Unleashed either, but formerly of All In and then to Unleashed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very good. Nosy.
I'm gonna go with Kelsey on Bombshells. She steals outs that you don't think she would ever get. She's quick with getting that ball across the three. She helps makes that triangle. So Kelsey, shout out.
Nice. Babes.
Definitely Danielle McCurchin. I played with her just recently in Florida a couple months ago, a month ago, and it's like she has glue in her hands. She's insanely good. And then I watched her at Prickly as Fuck, and she killed it again. And then, of course, Lindsay Klumpers, who was with Mile High and is now with Bojangles. She plays first base with us in league play because she's just that good. She doesn't drop anything. She's tall. She's got it.
Nice. Like it. I was also going to mention Kelsey from Bombshells, but I also want to call out Callie, also on Bojangles, and I know she isn't always at first base. She sometimes is pitching, but she's super smart. She's always seems to know where the ball is, where the players are. Really heads up first base woman, and always am glad to have her on my team and feel a little bit more nervous when she's out there on the field against me. All right, ladies, we're getting down to it. Means we're up for our second round of Marry, Fuck, Kill. And if you aren't really into kickball players, I've got just the round for you. We're going to look at some known male celebrities, starting with recently single Channing Tatum. If you don't follow him on Instagram, he recently sent out a joint Instagram statement that he is getting a divorce. After Channing Tatum, we have Black Panther's Michael B. Jordan, or Creed, depending on your choice of movie. And then last but not least, the young gun, Zac Efron. Once again, we've got Channing Tatum, Michael B. Jordan, and Zac Efron as your choices. And Dee, we're going to start with you.
Damn it. I'm going to marry Michael. I'm going to fuck Zach. And I guess that leaves me to kill who else?
Channing Tatum.
Yep. Sorry. You're fine as hell, but I have to kill you.
I'm really confident with your pick. Very good. All right, babes.
I'm going to marry Michael. I'm going to fuck Channing because, I mean, we've seen him dance. Sorry, babe. And I'm definitely killing Zac Efron. Jeez, I'm okay with him without him. Easy.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
All right, Nosy.
All right, well, I'm going to marry Zac Efron because he's probably made a lot of money. He hasn't been divorced yet, so he might be a good husband. Again, I will fuck Channing Tatum because of his moves. And that leaves Michael B. Jordan to kill.
I like it. We're getting some variety here, Nicole.
Okay, I would have to marry Michael. I think that's probably the safest marriage option. But now it's really hard. I don't think you can watch Channing Tatum dance to that song, the Genuine song. What's the Genuine song? What is it? Tourney. That's it. Yeah, no, definitely gonna have to fuck Channing. But poor little Zach. Yeah, sorry. You got to go.
All right. I think I'm going to. I think I'm.
It's hard.
I really like Michael B. Jordan, so I can't decide if I want him like one night or lifetime. But yeah, I think I'll marry Michael B. Jordan because that's a great person to wake up to every day.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I'll go the same route. I'm gonna sleep with Channing, and I'll have to kill off Zac Efron. He was in High School Musical anyway, so oh well. All right, ladies, we're down to your final two choices this weekend, as well as your winner. We've all gone down to our top 4 teams. Now I'm looking for your finals matchup as well as the winner. And Nosy, I'll start with you.
Oh no, I had this written down. Give me a second. Okay. I have NASA and Unleashed matching up in the finals. Again, 2 very top-rated teams, and I think I have them going 1 and 2 in play. So I think Unleashed, with their experience together, are going to take it and win this one.
All right, I like it. Babes.
I have Unleashed and Last Call. I'm hoping that pulls it together. Her team doesn't get too drunk and sends her off with a win. And I'm hoping that her team takes it. I know that she's been thinking about this tournament and trying to put it together for quite a while. So I love all the girls on there, and I'm hoping that they can give her a little present.
Very sweet. Dee?
I say NASA is going to make it to the finals, and Life of Pitch, of course. I mean, only because we have some key players that we just got, and our triangle got a little bit stronger. So with the pickup of Sheik and Val, we got Ice and a couple more girls that's coming along this weekend. It's going to be very interesting, a very new look.
Are these new players from West Palm or just?
Oh, you'll see.
I know Sheik's not new, but it's cool.
Oh, we know Sheik's not new.
Yeah.
I think she made the play against you guys, though. We're gonna
Who do you have?
Let's take a couple shots on that in Houston. First 5 shots on me, okay?
All right.
All right. Dee, in the off chance that Life's a Pitch gets something goes wrong, who do you have matching up in the semis against you guys to go to that finals?
VJs.
Okay. I like it. Nicole?
All right. I have actually an epic showdown between Last Call and NASA. And it would be epic. And I have to go with Babes on this one. It would be cool and not too surprising to see Last Call take it all for Nosy's Last Call.
I like it. I had a similar to Nosy. I had NASA and Unleashed going, with Unleashed experience going through. In the off chance that NASA falls in the semis, I have them falling to Life's a Pitch, and Life's a Pitch going against Unleashed in the finals. But my champion remains the same. I do think that Unleashed, I think they're the team to beat in this tournament. They've got just a really solid squad that's been playing together. And I think a lot of them play together in their weekly.
They have a lot of new girls that looked like it on their roster. So interested in how it compares to, they still have their triangle, but a lot of new girls. So interesting to see how it fills out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All thinking about the way that we go into the tournament this weekend and the way that we go into women's tournaments in general, I'd like for everyone to just kind of give a little say about the importance of like coaching, captaining, and leadership in the women's game, and maybe compare it a little bit to what that looks like in the co-ed game. Things that are really helpful. If you feel inclined to call out particular leaders who make a big difference, it can be available as established, just kind of the approach to leading a women's team. And Babes, I'll start with you.
Co-ed and women's are so very different, especially the leader part. Majority of the time you've got a man or, a guy coaching for the women's, and they are so much more relaxed and clear and cool, calm, and collected on Sunday than they are on Saturday, because the majority of the time they're playing. That kind of brings me to my importance of non-playing coaches. I've really noticed how much that makes a difference, but the competition level too. Guys want to lead, and then they also want to play too. So, and I also want a leader that is just as competitive. But I really learned so much in Florida with our coach, and he kind of took the women aside, and this is in co-ed, and kind of like gave us like our role and said, you guys take care of it, do your own thing, and I don't want to have to come back and, be able to tell who's sitting out and who's doing what. And as an availables, like, it really brought us together and made us get to know one of each other. And then like we just had it all set out, so he wasn't even worried about it. And obviously things came together perfectly because we won. But Anthony just started coaching with Bojangles, and I think it's made that much of a difference. I love Maddie. I think he's a great coach. Majority of the time he was doing it by himself, and I think he did a really good job. But I'm anxious to see how well we do with Anthony. I know he's a really good leader as far as with the other girls. Majority of them feel really comfortable coming up to him and asking him, for, tips, and he gives really good advice. So having them too, I think we should do good. But just in general, it's a completely different game. Women's and co-ed, they're like night and day, and coaching as well. I think it's completely different. So
I like it. Nicole, what do you think about the importance of leadership on the women's side compared to co-ed?
Well, I have officially played one co-ed tournament, and it was a blast. It was with Kiki Henderson, and I guess I really think Babes had some good points there again. When someone is not playing and is able to kind of step back and look at it from that perspective, it's very helpful. I can't remember which team, and I was just trying to look it up, but Dave is actually coaching an availables team. Do you know which one it is?
Dave McMillan's, I think it's
okay, well, Dave is a Lisa Frank coach, so he's a fantastic coach, and it's going to be very difficult playing against him, but I'm sure he will give me lots of comments and criticism on the side. And I have to shout out Kenny, because he is going to be coaching my League of Their Own availables team. And I think as far as just knowing the game goes, I don't know if it gets better than Kenny. And that's not biased, I swear. And he's also going to be taking a Lisa Frank coaching position with Dave this next year. So I'm really excited. And it's not just because I think he's awesome. It's because he's a great coach. And having somebody who, when they say go, you absolutely know that is the right thing to do. Like, you trust their opinion in the game. It's really, really helpful. And co-ed, I guess, it's kind of difficult to. The only time I played, the coach was also playing, and yeah, I don't feel like there wasn't a whole separate coaching role. It was kind of like more of a let's all do this kind of thing, and that's great. But having that strong presence, especially when you start getting in your head if you get down, you know, several points toward the end, whatever, and you know that they're going to win, having somebody to be able to step in that's kind of not involved and tell you exactly what you need to do can be really, really helpful. So I'm looking forward to his coaching premiere with League of Their Own, and hopefully it'll carry on to Lisa Frank.
Cool. Nosy.
So I don't see, well, personally for leadership positions, I don't think co-ed and women's is very different. The biggest thing though is managing personalities. I see that being a bigger point in women's than in co-ed. By nature, women are more emotional and while they play. So figuring out how they're doing and managing that while also knowing the game and strategy and competition is a big key. And then just simply some of the best coaches are passionate about it. Really enjoy kickball. So I agree, Dave, and I'm excited to play for Dave. He's very passionate about kickball. If you've seen his videos on the site where he's throwing a tantrum because the call got wrong and he was absolutely correct. That's the kind of passion I want on my sideline. But yeah, it's personalities, knowledge of the game, and passion. That's what I'll take for leadership.
Nice.
Fun. Most important.
D?
Basically what everyone else said, I totally agree. It's definitely about leadership. You got to know the game of kickball and not just there to be there drinking or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's fun. We enjoy what we do. We're all adults, but it's also we want to win. Everyone wants to win. So as far as co-ed goes, it's a little bit more fast-paced than women. So you don't really have a coach on the sideline telling you exactly what to do besides your base coaches and etc. But your captains are key players, and I respect Eric Davis and Amanda on what they're doing with Hazard, and I enjoy playing with them. And as far as women, Carvis and Blizzo, they haven't played circuit much. This will be his whole first full year with last year, and they're doing great with managing different women's personalities because we all can, you know, how that gets playing with a bunch of females. But yeah, I mean, everything else what they said about leadership and knowing your roles and personalities. We don't have a captain in women's. Everyone is a captain. We didn't give no one really a role, so we all play that same role, which make it one band, one sound, and it's a lot better.
I like that. I was actually. What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh. I was actually, to your point, I was going to say the biggest difference that I see is most, not all, but most women's teams usually have a female captain in addition to a non-playing coach. And a lot of times those responsibilities are divvied up. Either they know that they're divvied up or they just fall that way. And I think if the coaches are left to manage the game day strategy, positioning, playing time, all of that, then the captain's main responsibility is to keep things positive. I think that especially in the women's game, you can have an inning where 6, 7, 8 runs are scored against you, and keeping people's heads up and staying in the game is one of the most important parts. And also noticing when a particular player might be in their own head or something like that. I think that becomes a big part of the women's game as well. Great points for everyone. And as a final send-off before we end this podcast, as a tribute to Nosy, having her last tournament and making it on the podcast, if you have a favorite memory or story about Nosy, and it could be one that you have heard from others or that you actually have experienced yourself, now is the time to give it to Nosy on the podcast and send her off. Go ahead, D.
No, see, I love you to death, baby, but when you rolled over in West Palm Beach with that damn beer in your hand.
Didn't spill.
Oh my God, I could not do nothing but die. I didn't even see it happen during the game, but when I went back to watch the film, I was like, did she drop the beer? Did she drop the beer? You didn't drop the beer.
Experience.
I love it. For anyone who hasn't seen it, Nosy has a very dramatic fall as we lose the game with beer in hand. but literally not a drop of that beer spills. She's able to go to the ground and keep that beer upright. Very impressive. Babes, a final send-off, no-see memory or story?
I'll keep it nice for you, Nose.
Thank you.
I love seeing Nose. I think everyone enjoys seeing her all the time. Of course, whenever she's there, it's always better. But being that it is, you're going to be gone for a while, I was glad that we got to spend our birthdays together this year. My big 3-0 in New Orleans, and I know it was your first time back since you've moved, and it was awesome, and I can't wait for this weekend. So, yeah.
Nice. Nicole, anything you want to add?
I guess the only memory I have of Nosy was her toting around the championship belt with Prickly AF with two of my favorite human beings, Emma and Angela. So, yes, that's a pretty good memory to take with you, right?
I like it. No, so I'm gonna gamble here and go way back to the first time I ever met you and played with you, which was Austin 2016. And in the hopes that he's not tuning into this podcast, we all lined up for a picture. And No Shoes was on our team. And I have a series of about 12 different pictures of the team photo. And he starts with his hand on Nosy's thigh. And in each picture, it gets higher and higher.
Oh, God.
Finally, in the last picture, you just see Nosy's face and her hand pushing him away. And it's just a really great flip book of pictures to look back on. But you still had a smile on your face. You're a great sport about it. Nosy, any favorite memory that you'd like? I know it's probably hard to choose one before signing off on the Houston podcast.
Oh man, every tournament's the greatest tournament until the next one. So just enjoyed my time meeting everyone. Every time I get to meet a new person, it's awesome. So that's what my favorite part about kickball is. So looking forward to this weekend. I do have something to add. I forgot to mention. So just a note for all you people like me, they do not sell beer before noon on Sundays. So make sure you buy it earlier Saturday so you're prepared for Sundays, and no liquor at all on Sundays. So prepared going out to the fields. And also, a lot of directions will take you on toll roads. You can probably get around without getting on the toll roads in Houston. So I wrote that down to remind people as some Houston tips.
Nice.
Do toll roads and buy your beer early.
All right, ladies, you've been wonderful guests. That takes care of our Houston Pillow Talk podcast. You were wonderful.
Thanks. See you guys soon.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Callie wanted me to say to tell you guys to be